table tennis gets our attention right now on the show. Waheed Int'l is the president of Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. He'll be speaking to us on the plans for table tennis in 2016, challenges and prospects. Good morning, President, and welcome to Sports This Morning.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Same to you.
Yeah. I know. Table tennis has been on the rise in the last 4 years in Nigeria. What was the 2015 story for you?
Well, I think the biggest story for us in 2015 was the All-Africa Games. You know, it was a good performance. We didn't play as well as we hoped we would, win as many medals as we did. But, you know, we won the men's team event and beating Egypt to that's the big medal in table tennis. Yeah. And then, especially coming from Segun Toriola to beat Omar Asah, you know, it turned the clock back. You know, that's why we've said over and over again, the greatest table tennis player Africa has ever seen. So it was a good performance last year, but you know, especially in the junior category, a lot of young new players now on the scene, excellent young boys, and so we have great hopes going into 2016 that we will be doing, you know, a lot more this year. If, of course, you know, the critical thing is funding for our sport, and we're hopeful the ministry would give us the necessary support because we have the talent in this country. And, you know, the players have to prepare now going into the Olympic. This is the Olympic year. Haruna Quadri already qualified alongside, you know, the great dame of table tennis, Funke Oshonaike, has sixth Olympics. Yeah. I mean, it's you know, it's a fantastic record. People talk about winning medals, you know, but these people have worked very hard in their sport over 20 years and continue to do that. And so we hope the last qualifying series is in Sudan in February. And of course, Segun Toriola and Ofiong Edem are #1, fighting for one more spot. And we're very confident that they will be at the Olympics.
Okay, now the ITTF World Team Championship is coming up on February 28th, and some of the players are not even sure if Nigeria is going to participate. Are we going for that tournament?
Well, you know, our plans are in place. We've made all the necessary plans. The team is there, and we've written, of course, you know, we're in touch with the ministry, and we're very hopeful, talking with them that they'll support the team. The last World Team Championships, we had the same kind of problem. But, you know, in table tennis, we try to be very resourceful. The players themselves, you know, they look for their sponsorships. But in this case, you know, I'm very insistent, very persistent that this is the World Team Championships. It also serves as a qualifier for the Olympic team event. That's right. And, you know, we're very hopeful that we can receive the support of the federal government. I'm quietly confident that we'll get that. But, you know, like I said, we will be at the World Championships one way or the other. We definitely will be there.
So even if money is not coming from National Sports Commission,
well, you know, when I won't be presumptuous because then you know how things work. If you feel that the money is somewhere, then people maybe don't push as hard as they should. But we're pushing hard. We're very, you know, we've received good support from the DG National Sports Commission. Al-Hassan has been very good with us. Of course, you know, we're in touch with the Office of the Honorable Minister, and we're hopeful that we'll continue to receive their support the way football receives the support of the government.
Now, if you check the draw, it's very, very tight for the men and women. For the men, they have Switzerland, Turkey, Slovakia, Vietnam, of course, India in the team. Possibility of Nigeria actually getting out of that?
We will. I believe we have the talent to get out of the group. We have the team to get out of the group. A lot of these countries now, especially in Europe, they play with natural-born Chinese players. The Chinese have so many players, they're now sort of farming them out to other countries. But, you know, our players are now playing on the Pro Tour, and that gives them the exposure to these Chinese players, and they've done well in the past. India, of course, you know, we are perennial rivals in the Commonwealth. Very, very strong young team they have. But I'm quietly confident we beat them to the bronze medal in the Commonwealth Games. I know they're still looking to revenge that. But with a team led by Segun Toriola, the exposure, the experience, Haruna Quadri is in great form now. You know, I was with him in Portugal in December. He's playing very well for Sporting Lisbon. Bode Abiodun, very dynamic player, played very well at the All-Africa Games. And one or two young players, of course, Ojo and Olapo, we all know what a talent he is. But this is the year where talent has to become, you know, the end product. He has to deliver now. It's getting on. We've been saying this for about 3 years. Yes. He's got the great talent, but I think he could end up probably as a top 20, 30 player in the world if he harnesses his talent with discipline and hard work.
Okay, still on Ojo Onolapo, we all remember how he delivered the bronze for Nigeria at the Commonwealth Games. How would you rate his progression from 2015 till date? I mean, he's just 14th in Africa right now.
I think a lot of it is inconsistency. He's done very well in some tournaments and badly in others. Also because he doesn't attend enough tournaments, and this is also an issue of funding. You need to be on the Pro Tour, especially in terms of ranking. That's why the Egyptians have such higher rankings than we do, because they play on every tour. The Hungarian Open starts tomorrow. They're there. We've got only 2 players there because, again, it's just money. We have the ability to beat them. We've shown that over the last 1 year. And Ojo is somebody that, like I said, we have big hopes for. The NOC has also been very supportive of them, the Olympic Committee. But still, I think this is his year to shine. And it's up to him to take that chance.
That's right, but Ojo Onolapo will not shine without good coaching. Coaching has been a problem for table tennis in Nigeria. Speak to any player and they say, Austin, the problem is coaching. What's the federation doing in terms of training and retraining of our coaches?
What we've tried to do, again, is the same thing. Bring in people with knowledge and expose our coaches to that. Our coaches haven't done too badly. There's been a lot said, especially with people like Ojo Onolapo, who plays out of Ondo State. They've got probably the most gifted young coach in the country, Dotun, working there. But then, you're right. It's not only the training of coaches, it's the exposure of these coaches. They need to attend tournaments as well, see the different styles. It's a lot of hard work it's harder work being a coach than a player, because you have to assess how different people play. Your player needs to only play his own style. So what we're doing is continually trying, especially the younger coaches. It's we have some great young coaches working with our cadet players out of Kogi State, out of Ondo State, and of course Ekiti State is probably the bedrock of young table tennis in Nigeria now. Lagos State, of course, is always there. But we hopefully before the Nigerian Open in May, we'll be able to run another coaching course for the younger coaches. But like I always tell people, it's your profession, and you also need to invest in, if you were like a journalist, you work hard to improve yourself, and it has to be the same thing for our coaches. The reliance on the government and the federation to help has to come down. Of course, we need to give them the platform for them to do this, but we're hopeful that this year we could get a couple more young coaches working with the ITTF coaching program. And I think what Segun Toriola is already on that pathway, working with Funke Oshonaike, working with the ITTF coaching courses. And hopefully we can bring in, especially the former players who've done very well, because they have the experience. That's right. And hopefully they can improve our young players.
Okay, just back to the players now. Apart from Quadri and Segun Toriola, there's another player that seems to have a great upside, Bode Abiodun. Can you tell us more about him?
But it is what we like to call a very, very determined player. He's very talented, very gifted. He played out of Lagos State before he went on to Portugal, and he plays for the top team. He plays with Aaron Quadri in Sporting Lisbon. That's how good Bode is. But again, I think it's issues of consistency over the years, But I think now he's in a good place. He really did well, like I said, at the All Africa Games. He's going to get his chance again. Hopefully he'll do well. He starts in the Hungarian Open tomorrow. That's going to be a tough one. Yes, but is there with Quadri.
Awesome.
They're playing as a doubles pair also throughout the Pro Tour. We expect that they'll probably do about 8-9 tournaments this year, which is a lot. But they have the talent. But he has the talent. Unquestionably very gifted, and he can support. You have Ojo Onolapo. We're also looking if the possibility of taking probably the most talented young player we've had is one of Austin's favorite, Jide Omotayo.
Yes.
We're looking. We have big hopes for Jide as well this year. But I think for us, the focus of the federation, like I always said, is developing new players now. People like Segun Toriola coming to the end of a great career, and he has to give up at some stage.
Surely.
So, we've got cadet players, mini cadet players, Abayomi Animation, who got to the finals of the Chinese Cadet Open. I mean,
Fantastic.
Esther Oriba Miche, but Abayomi Animation now. And I always give you my predictions. Probably going to be the greatest table tennis player we've ever seen in Nigeria.
Wow.
We just can't wait
That's
for
a
that.
bold
Let's
one.
talk about the league. I mean, league development in Nigeria. Talking about tennis, having its own league and all that. Do we really have that in place?
Well,
Speaking.
Slayer, it's back again to the issues of funding, sponsorship, and support, and we've worked very hard for that. We had that in 2014. We ran the league in 2014. Issues with the timing of the All Africa Games and funding as well. We couldn't, and we hope we will continue this year. Again, this year we're working on something now that we hope to start in March, and that's the junior league, because a junior table tennis league, and hopefully we can get these players playing over a period of 3-4 months, coming from their different states now, and we also would like to take these tournaments out of Lagos. It's important that we're seen to be doing things outside Lagos. The bedrock of female table tennis in Nigeria is Cross River State. We had our vice president, Honorable Orok Duke. Over the last 20 years, he's done a lot of work, and that's why our female team is mostly from that side. And we have some young players being sponsored by good people like Austin. Vivian, who is going to be a great talent as well. So if we can move these tournaments outside Lagos, it makes it easier to people to come, because when you have tournaments in Lagos, people can't travel.
Why is it
people
so
can't
difficult
afford.
to move it around? Because it seems Lagos is just the bedrock of table tennis in Nigeria.
Lagos has always been the bedrock of table tennis due to the numbers here and the facilities here. But I think there's a lot of over-concentration on football and basketball, probably in many other states, and we have to work on it. The state associations have to come up with programs. What I've said to the state chairman where I can is, look, if you bring up the facility, we'll bring in the tables, we'll bring in the umpires, and we'll run a tournament for you. But you have to give us some infrastructure, to work with. So hopefully this year we'll be able to do 1 or 2 things outside Lagos. But most importantly, the junior league, I hope, will take off in March.
That's right. So we have something to look forward to, the junior league. Thank you so much, President Nigeria Table Tennis Federation, for coming. And at the end of the year, guys, we'll bring him back and then we'll count our blessings. Thank you. All right.
After the Olympics, hopefully.
Yeah.
Medal there.